Hello, ComancheNative here, and it's time to dig into the Texas Chainsaw Massacre family lore. Have some barbecue. Who is that again? Ooh, gross. Starring Leatherface, aka Bubba. And the cook. He'll make you taste mighty fine, or he can hear you digest your friends. And the hitchhiker. Is that a victim or a killer? And Johnny, they all say he has the cake. And Sissy Sunshine. Now, they don't say much about Leatherface. They don't even give us Leatherface's sign because it is unknown. They say that Leatherface was motion captured by the legendary horror icon Kane Hodder, while he is most famous for playing Jason in multiple Friday the 13th films. Kane did play Leatherface in a few scenes in Leatherface, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3 as a stunt double. But this is what I can tell you about Leatherface. Sissy seems to adore Leatherface. Hitchhiker seems to adore Leatherface. Johnny, on the other hand, seems to criticize Leatherface. And the cook gets mad when Leatherface starts to cut down the doors because they are expensive. Leatherface is often bullied in the basement. But when Leatherface does catch up to the victims, he makes short work of them pretty quick. Up next is an interesting character. Yes, it is the cook. Now that Grandpa is unable, the cook constantly struggles to keep order. You can hear this in some of his lines. When he addressed Sissy, "Listen, girl, if you insist on coming and going around here all the time, you better fix this mess, or there won't be no home to come back to." Or when he's talking to Johnny, "Always messing around with those dodgy girls. Why don't you listen to me?" Referring to Maria's kidnapping. The cook sign is unknown, but I can tell you something about the cook. He is as strong as Bubba. So messing around with this old cook is probably something you just don't want to do. The hitchhiker is a known thief, so much so that the camera the hitchhiker wears in the 1974 film is actually Maria's. Maria was using this camera when she was taking photographs of wildflowers before Johnny abducted her. The hitchhiker quickly claimed this camera as his own and started taking morbid pictures of anything that he found interesting. Now, there's more information about Maria and her journey. I'll link it down in the description below. The hitchhiker's sign is unknown, but I can tell you this about the hitchhiker. Often the hitchhiker is mistaken for a victim by his family members, and sometimes even by the victims. He laughs like the Joker when he kills you, and I noticed that the pocket knife he carries could be Franklin's from the 1974 film. Johnny has a massive scar on his left shoulder. This is a result of attacking a Texan woman during the summer of 1972, after breaking into her house and strangling her to death. Johnny was caught off guard by her two roommates who were sleeping nearby. They stabbed Johnny in the shoulder before he could flee the scene. There's a radio broadcast about him in the game. Johnny is a Virgo. Now, what I can tell you about Johnny is they nerfed him to the point where his swings do not reach as far as they used to. But it doesn't mean he is less strong. In fact, he is stronger. His knife swings can leave the victims dazed and confused. And yes, it's true. A lot of fans of Johnny say he has the cake. And as he walks into the sunset, we all know what you're looking at. So enjoy. And lastly, we have Sissy Sunshine, who is a Scorpio. Sissy can be heard singing portions from 5 different Manson family songs throughout the match. This is a call out to her notorious past, where she joined multiple cults. Now, there is a radio broadcast about Sissy, the Terror of I-40, which refers to a young female killer that left carnage along the interstate between Texas and California. Sissy is voiced by the actress Christina Klebe. Her face was modeled after Kelly Mittendorf. Now, what I did notice about Sissy is that the knife she is wielding is actually the hitchhiker's. You can see it in the 1974 film when he attacked Franklin in the van. Sissy has been nerfed as well. Apparently her swings were reaching a little too far. But even though that has shortened her distance of being able to hurt you, it doesn't mean she is not a force to be reckoned with. The fact that she can poison is a very big plus. When Sissy starts to sing, it could mean a victim could be watching you or even near.